got probably 1,500 pounds of bait on here right now. So we're gonna dump this off. If you're wondering why that tarp strap or why that ratchet strap is on there, I went through a little bit of road construction and a weld broke on my fender on the other side. So I strapped it on until I get home and I'll re-weld it. Well, I better get this unloaded. We made her back to the second bait here. So you can see I dumped a pretty good jag of bait. So I've got a couple cowhides there, a head, another head. I'm gonna flip this with the meat facing up. So one thing I was gonna mention, I forgot to at the last bait, is I did this last year, but I used moose hides, and I like the moose hides super thick, and I actually kind of shot myself in the foot. It was super cold, it was like 30 below, and it completely covered the whole bait, and the hide froze to the ground because they couldn't, none of the bait was exposed, and because they couldn't get to it, they actually abandoned it. So it's not that cold right now. It's probably minus 12 or so right now. With that wind, she feels like she's 20 below, but it's supposed to warm up next week, so I'll probably use those two hides and cover both of these up. At least it'll keep them damn birds away. This is the bait where I'm having trouble with all those goddamn ravens, so that'll slow them down at least. But I just thought I'd kind of show you that. So when it does get cold, you can see there's kind of a ridge, or it's higher right there. So I'll cover all the bait and I'll leave a little bit of this edge exposed. Yes, the birds are going to pick at it, but they're not going to pick at it like they would if it's open. I don't usually come across hides, and I was fortunate enough today to get a couple, so I thought I'd take advantage of it, I guess, and cover my baits. Just a quick tip for you guys. We are at the second bait pile. When I was at that first one, I checked all my snares, and I had caught something in one of them, and it broke out. But the damn thing was it broke out on the lap link side. So I couldn't tell, there was a hell of a mess there. I'm not sure what it was. And on my second to last snare that I checked, I had covered it with grass, hit it real well, and it was never connecting, and today it connected. And god damn it if I didn't leave my safety on. So you can see where he pulled the ram down, and that safety held, the snare unlocked like it was supposed to, and he fought and made a real big mess, and you could see where he chewed out. That was definitely a coyote. The first one I found, I don't know if it was a coyote or a deer, because there was both tracks on the trail, and where it happened was a hell of a mess. So but here, I'll try and show you this, just wait. Hopefully that goodness will bring some more coyotes in. So I'm having a little trouble at this spot. They are coming from the direction that I initially hoped, but they're also coming in, they're backdooring me basically. They're coming in, and they're coming in on my goddamn truck track. And there's no way, just the way this is all set up, there's no way for me to snare it. I've done that before when they've skirted the bush and followed my truck tracks in. I've just anchored snares right on the truck trail and caught them that way. But where I am here, there's no way I'll be able to do it. So, especially with hunting season coming, I'm debating pulling my snares for hunting season, just because I'm snaring right now on private land, and it's posted, and there's signs all over this goddamn place, and still there's trucks coming in here. So we'll see what happens, I guess. I got a buddy that lives super close here, so he's keeping an eye on it for me, which I'm pretty thankful for. So, but nothing in this bush at all. We got just a skiff of snow, basically nothing, but it was enough to cover up like even my boot tracks from yesterday. And there's absolutely no coyote tracks in here, so there was nothing here today. The goddamn ravens aren't even here today, so I don't know if it's something with the weather. Nothing's moving, so who knows? It's kind of a cold snap for right now, I guess. It's supposed to warm up here next week, so that might get them moving. Okay, guys, we'll see what happens in the next couple days. Thanks. Well, I just walking into the bait. I checked 2 rams over here, and I caught a raven in one. I'm not sure why, but let's see if I can get through here. We've got a coyote in this one. So we'll take care of this guy right now. I'll turn you back on. So I dispatched this guy, and then I went around and I checked my other snares. I had one loop pulled down, but nothing other than that. It looks like I caught him in the front leg. He must have jumped through here, and he pulled the snare down, and that's how I got him. So, well, I'll get him out of here. I'm not going to reset right here. I'm going to move this snare over here or back on the other side of the bush. So I'm going to get him out of here. So where we caught that coyote is, I would say, about 150 yards to the left of me. Now, there's a road between this bush that I'm in and that bush. Kind of a farmer's trail, I guess. And the coyotes are walking down the trail, but some of them are actually coming through this bush to get to my bait. So I set up a few snares. When did I bait? 2 days ago. I set 6 more in here. So this will be my first check on those new snares. I checked my 4 over here, and I've got nothing. 1 across this little trail here, I've got nothing. And this is the last one here. There's a red fox in it. I'm thinking it's part of that same family of fox. He's dark in the chest. He's pretty froze right now, so it sucks to kind of catch them. I try not to target fox, but you can see it's just basically a blind set. You kind of go around the corner here, come through the trail wise, kind of behind the camera. So anyways, I will make this back up and we'll go check that other bait I got running. I made it to the second bait. We're walking up on our first ram that we connected. We kind of made a mess in here. There was some deadfall and stuff in here, and they were skirting this trail and skirting around. I thought I'd try it. I don't know. I'm a little close to the bait, but I've got such a pile of bait right now there that the birds didn't bother them. So it's perfect that we got one here. Real big, heavy guards. Pretty nice color. No mange, no mites. Perfect. Well, I'm going to shut you off. I'm going to see if I can't try and salvage this set and remake it up. So I remade that set. Just in there, we'll see if it's going to connect on another one. You can see I stuck that little dead tree. It's got a little bit of leaves on it. I didn't stick it through the loop where the trigger is. I stuck it on the backside where the lap link is, so it shouldn't interfere with my trigger at all. So I'll take this guy to the truck and we'll go check the rest in here. Well, we came to, that was our first one. My second snare is here. Here's my third one. And this one is gonna be a throwaway. I'll try and get him out of here and I'll show you. Pretty sure just by looking at him, I don't know if you guys can see that on the camera, it might be that he's wet, but that definitely looks like that's going to be mites. I can't smell them, and usually with shoulder mites you can smell them, so we'll put him down there. Caught on trees. Caught on trees again. We've got another one right here. Try and get you guys situated here. See, he's a little bit pink here. It's probably the start of mange. Other than that, he looks like a nice, healthy coyote. Perfect. So, I noticed they were skirting on this trail, so I took one of my snares from the other side and I moved it here. And this is the first check, I guess I could say, since I moved it. So, and we're fortunate enough we got this guy. Okay, well, I'll take these two coyotes to the truck. I'll make these both back up, and I got a few more in here we'll check. So here's that bait. You can see that likely just the ravens. They've been picking the edge all the way around, and you can see they've been picking on that cow head right there, getting her all cleaned up. So that's kind of my theory. They'll still be able to dig at it if they work hard enough to get some food, but they're not going to be able to gorge themselves. I'm going to haul bait tomorrow, but that's all going to be kind of, I'm going to leave it out and exposed. So we'll see. I've got a few coyote tracks still around here. It could be from these guys, but who knows. So here's the catch for today. That second one there is real pretty dog. This one here, first glance at him, I'm saying that's shoulder lice. It just got that slimy look to it. Usually you can smell them. I can't smell this guy as of yet. So I'm going to take him home and have a little bit better look at him. And this coyote and fox are from that other bait. So I almost think that that coyote was caught sometime during the day. I would just assume if he was caught last night or like early yesterday evening, that he would have had more damage to his leg, and he barely has any damage. It's almost like it was a foothold. It was just kind of holding him, so that's why I kind of think that he hasn't been in there very long. So I'm pretty thankful I came to check today. I wasn't going to check till tomorrow when I haul bait, but I got off work and I thought, what the hell, I'll come out today and have a look. So I'm pretty glad I did. So that's today's check. I'm only running the two baits. I ended up putting I think 10 rams total in this bush, and that other bait we were at, I put 6 on one side, 6 on the other. So we're gonna run right around that, the 20 rams on 2 baits and just kind of see how we do. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with the check. They look good other than that middle bugger. Kind of the shits I caught that fox. But that's it for today, guys. Hopefully we'll see you in a few days.